Welcome to North Carolina Weekend. I'm Deborah Holt Noel. With the holiday season upon us, many families enjoy a trip to see an old-fashioned traditional Christmas celebration. In Raleigh, at the Mordecai House Museum, the docents recreate a time gone by, and you can just smell the warm homemade cake and apple cider. Producer Julia Carpenter takes us along to enjoy the preparations.
Collecting Carolina is visiting the Mordecai House and Historic Park in Raleigh. For collectors of early 1800s decorative arts, quilts, china, books, and furniture, this site displays a unique family's personal collection from the period. Doug, tell us about the visitor experience at Mordecai.
Well, Mordecai is a City of Raleigh park, and the grounds are open to the public 7 days a week from sunup to sundown. We also offer tours of the Plantation House and outbuildings, and also trolley tours. Those are all ticketed events. The land surrounding Mordecai Historic Park was once one of the largest plantations in North Carolina. We're very fortunate that the plantation home and two of the original plantation structures are still standing on the original foundations. We also have a handful of additional outbuildings that were moved here by preservationists in the 1960s and 1970s. Maybe one of the most important of those is the birthplace of 17th President Andrew Johnson.
So tell us about the folks that come to visit.
We have folks who visit Mordecai from across the state, across the country, and across the globe. We have a number of school children who come here as part of their field trips.
This must be their favorite spot.
They love the kitchen.
So, this is the Mordecai House.
Yes, and the Mordecai House is the oldest home in Raleigh still standing on its original foundation. The original portion was built around 1785 and was first the home of Henry and Polly Lane.
The Mordecai House architectural style is Greek Revival Mansion. This section was added onto the existing building in 1826. As the house is full of original period furniture and decorative arts, it serves as a great learning and resource site. And the house is transformed each season by knowledgeable educators.
The house takes its name from Moses Mordecai, who twice married into the family of Henry Lane. First to his daughter, Margaret Lane, and then after her death to her sister, Anne Willis Lane. Here we have a portrait of Henry Mordecai, Moses' son. The front parlor is set up in the fashion of the 1850s. This is where the Mordecais would have done much of their entertaining. So we're here in the dining room, and these are original place settings purchased by Moses Mordecai in 1819.
And I'm noticing even the silverware is engraved. Quite some treasures to have.
This was also one of the largest plantations in North Carolina. In 1840, there were over 120 people enslaved on this plantation.
Really?
A couple of reminders of that are right here. One is the original serving tray. Another is the original summoning bell out of the window. The Lanes own hundreds, if not thousands, of acres surrounding the home. And here we are in the original back parlor of the home, where we're decorating in the style of the early 19th century. We have a number of special events here throughout the year. One of our most popular is our Haunted Mordecai event. We're known to be one of the most haunted locations in North Carolina.
Upstairs in the house, there are 3 large bedrooms, furnished with original period furniture and quilts. During the mid-1800s, the house would accommodate as many as 15 people at one time, quite snug, and has one of the most unique bathtubs I've ever seen. A wonderful place to visit year-round, and especially now. For North Carolina Weekend and Collecting Carolina, I'm Julia Carpenter.
Mordecai Historic Park is at 1 Mimosa Street in Raleigh and is open for tours year-round except Mondays. The holiday open house is Saturday, December 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday, December 13th from 1 p.m. to 4. To reserve a tour or for a special holiday event, give them a call at 919-996-4364 or visit their website, raleighnc.gov/museums.